Well, happy Thanksgiving. I love this time of year, and we take every year, we take a Sunday, this Sunday prior to the fourth Thursday of the month of November, and we set it aside as our Thanksgiving Sunday. We don't do a service on Wednesday or Thursday because we're busy, right? And so we set aside this last Sunday before Thanksgiving as a congregation to stop, to pause, and to give thanks together. Knowing that many of us are already traveling to see family, and we pray for the safe travels of all those who are doing that. Many of us will leave tomorrow or this afternoon, even yet, and so prayers for all those who are doing that as well. We had the opportunity yesterday to drive out to San Marcos and back, and Thanksgiving is on the roads, y'all. The people are out. If you do not have to go out and travel to see people, stay in your house. Holiday drivers are not a thing I give thanks for. But I love this time of year because it reminds us of something that is so essential to who we are, right? So how many of you would describe yourselves as thankful people? You thankful people? Oh, most of us. How many, I keep them up, how many of you would say you know somebody who is more thankful than you? Oh, all right, so, okay, good, perfect. What's the difference between you and that person that's more thankful than you? What's the difference? They're older. You know, there's some truth to that. We do get more thankful as we get older. They have more faith. Maybe. They express it. What's that back there?
They walk through the water.
They walked through the water. They did walk through the water. I love what Allie said up front here. They express it. You see, Paul talks about this a lot, right? At the end of Thessalonians, at the end of every letter that Paul writes, so Romans, Corinthians, Thessalonians, Philippians, Ephesians, Galatians, right? All these Paul letters, he gives this set of instructions to the people that he's writing to. We didn't read it this morning, but the one in Thessalonians is one that we often read around this time, right? Paul says, pray without ceasing and give thanks in every circumstance. Give thanks in every circumstance. And most of us go, every circumstance? Right? Like there are things that I don't give thanks for. As I was sitting on 290, just stopped for no reason yesterday. I did not give thanks. Right? As colds and flus waft through our neighborhoods and communities as school lets out, right? I do not give thanks when I get a cold or the flu very often. But Paul says give thanks in every circumstance. And the thing that I love is if you put Thessalonians together with what we heard from Philippians, Philippians is the how of Thessalonians. So Leanne read for us from Philippians this. He says this, rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. And then from now on, siblings, if there is anything excellent, anything admirable, focus your thoughts on these things. And then he lists the things to focus on. He says, focus on all that is true, all that is holy, all that is just, all that is pure, all that is lovely, and all that is worthy of praise. That's the how of being thankful. It's all about what we pay attention to. There's a translation of this that I love. It's by my favorite graphic artist. You can't read that, so let me zoom in here. His name is Jim LePage. He says, whatever is awesome, whatever is rad, whatever is sweet, whatever is nice, whatever is super cool, think about such things. Right? And the point is this. We see what we expect to see. Every day, crappy things happen, right? Like, I could pull up my news app right now, and there are terrible things happening. There are new bombs being dropped against Lebanon by Israel. Another war breaking out in the Middle East, right? There are terrible things happening every day. Every day there is something, whether in the world or in our lives. We get up on the wrong side of the bed. We have a spat with the person that we love. We have something happen at work, which is not what we want to happen at work. We don't have the energy that perhaps we wish that we had. Every day there is something to complain about. Every day. And every day there is something to give thanks for. Giving thanks is a muscle. That's why people who are older are better at it. Right? Because they've worked on that muscle. That's why people who express it are better at it, because they've worked out that muscle. You don't get stronger by sitting on your couch, no matter how much Pastor David would think that that might happen. You get stronger by doing the work, by exercising the muscle. And for us, that means being grateful. And being grateful by focusing on those things that are worth being grateful for. Every day there is something to complain about, and every day there is something to give thanks for. In our house, that practice looks like at the end of the day, every day we say, what are you grateful for? What went great for you today? And what didn't go great? And we pray for the thing that didn't go great, and we give thanks for the thing that did go great. Every day. Because every day there's something. Even if it's this day is finally over. Right? There is always something to be grateful for. In fact, here we go. Close your eyes, friends. It is now 10:28. I want you to take 1 minute, and I want you to think of everything that's happened today, just today, that you're grateful for. Anybody want to share one with me?
I woke up.
Woke up? Oh, your dad helped you set up the Polar Express? That's awesome.
I have an extra keyboard to put the piano on so that I'm not hitting those lines.
You have an extra keyboard, right? You have what you need. Any others?
I had a hot shower.
Had a hot shower.
There you go.
Anything else?
I'm grateful that I have the freedom to worship.
The freedom to worship as we like. It is 10:30 in the morning, and we already have gratitude lists. We already have things to be grateful for. I drove here in a car that worked. When I pushed the button, it started up. I got here, and people had set up everything for worship before I got here. I woke up, and I was in the same house with the people that I love. What's that? A good night's sleep last night. I'm healthy enough to stand up in front of you and talk this morning. Right? A long list of things. Whatever is good, whatever is true, whatever is beautiful, think about these things. Work on your gratitude muscle. And here's the thing that happens. Y'all are smiling more now than you were 5 minutes ago. Grateful people are also joyful people. People who know what they're grateful for are also the people that experience joy. It's not that better things happen in some people's lives and that's why they're joyful. That's not true. We all experience the same life. We all experience the same highs and lows. We all have great days and absolutely terrible days. Each and every one of us. But grateful people are also joyful people. There's a secret to happiness. And it's none of the stuff in all the books. Nobody can sell you the program. It's as simple as what St. Paul says. Think about whatever is good, whatever is true, whatever is beautiful, whatever is kind, whatever is lovely. I love that word. Whatever is rad, whatever is awesome. Think about those things. Pay attention to those things. Sit down at the end of your day and say, what was awesome today? Sit down at the end of your day and say, where did I see something beautiful today? Stop in the middle of your day, if you're having a bad day, and reset and say, what do I have to be thankful for today? There is so much. And it's baked into who we are called to be as people of faith. I read from Deuteronomy that speech from Moses as the people are entering into the promised land, and it's a speech of giving thanks. He says, when you come into the promised land, stop and remember all the beautiful, good, holy, wonderful things. I'll say, it's worth saying at Thanksgiving, notice the way that immigrants and immigrants among us are woven into the Deuteronomy story as well. Remember that you were once immigrants and be grateful that you have a wonderful life now, and celebrate with thanksgiving with the immigrants who live among you, he says in Deuteronomy. Good thing the Bible's not relevant anymore. But it's baked into who the people of God are called to be. Before you do anything else, Moses says, stop and give thanks. Before you do anything else, stop and list out all that God has done for you. Life was not easy for the people of God when they came into the Holy Land. Life was not easy when they entered into this place. Like, we're talking, say, around the year 1200 BC, right? These are people who are still living hand to mouth. And he says, stop and give thanks. These are people who are still living in a world at war as we live in a world at war today. And he says, stop and give thanks. These are people who still experience the vicissitudes of death and illness and tragedy among us. And he says, stop and give thanks. And so the command is the same to us. Stop and give thanks. Pay attention to what God is doing in your life and in the world. The words of St. Paul, think about these things.